Oh my goodness. So when I saw this, initially I was excited, and then I realized, oh wait, maybe I shouldn't be excited. So these are the strawberry spinach plants that I've been growing hydroponically, and they've grown quite a bit, right? But look what's happening. These are the actual berries that they produce, right? Now, these plants are what? They're going on 2 months old. And I think the issue is that they might actually be trying to go to seed on me. I think that they're just too big for this hydroponic system. It's not very big, you know. So I think that they might be going to seed, but I don't know. I'm not really familiar with this plant at all. So what I think I'm going to try and do is get them out of here and up pot them. The weather here has been really beautiful during the day, but then we are down in the evening. The overnight temperatures have been in the 30s. So I haven't been wanting to take anything outside yet. I am going to pull these out and just up pot them into soil. Put them in a bigger pot of soil and hopefully, avoid transplant shock by just keeping them watered until I can get them outside. All right, so here's the first bundle of plants that I've removed from the hydroponic system. I believe there's multiple plants in here, so I'm going to attempt to separate this. That's quite a bit of roots. So let's see what we can do. So I did manage to free it from the cage it was in. Lost a few roots in there, but nothing major. Most of them are still attached. I think the real trick is going to be separating them from this sponge. I should have done a better job of, thinning them out once they germinated, because look, I had this one big one here, and then I have 3 more plants. 1, 2, 3. So there were 4 in that one cell there, which is way too many. I did manage to get the others out with some roots. This one, being the largest plant, has the most roots, but I'm sure there are roots that belong to these other 3 plants tangled up in this mess somewhere as well. But that's got some roots on there, so that's okay. This one's got a little bit of root action, so we'll see if that works out. And this one barely has it, but it's got the tap root and it's got some thinner roots, so we'll see. We'll see. All right, so this is the second plug, and this one has seeded, right? And this one is also starting to seed. So being though these plants are, both of these plants are smaller than the plant in the first plug, the first little container, I'm pretty sure this is happening because of stress. So I'm not going to worry about these 2 plants. I'm not going to worry about these, which is a shame because they're so big. But I'm going to focus on the ones that have not started seeding so that we can actually get some proper growth and fruit from them. So let's take a look at the ones that have not seeded. So here they are. And they're looking really good. This is a good sized plant here. And no sign of seeding. That new growth in the middle is just leaves. So I'm excited that this one has some good size on it, and it hasn't stressed out to the point where it's going to seed on me. The other plants I put in smaller pots because the root system is a lot smaller than what I put in here. And I was doing some research that when you put plants with a small root system in a large pot, they kind of get suffocated. It's just too much soil around them, and they don't really like that when you transplant into it. So I went with a smaller pot so that they can kind of like adapt to soil first. And as they set and get a little bit bigger and start to grow, one, hopefully the weather has changed and I'll be able to take them outside. And two, they'll be used to soil versus the hydroponic watering system. So these are the three, and they're looking pretty good. They're looking pretty good. I'm sorry, these are the four rather. They're looking really good. Now here's the first plant that I saw was starting to create those berries. Look how much larger it is. Like essentially 4 of these were together, and then the other pod had 3 plants in it. The 2 that I'm not even going to bother potting up because they've gone to seed, and one of these other ones. But these 4 were together. So that's way too much, and that's why this has happened. That is why this has happened. So be careful with your tiny, tiny seeds. Make sure you do a good job of thinning them out so that they will grow properly. It's so hard to thin them out, but you know, it's one of those things you just got to do. You just got to do. So this big one is in here just for curiosity's sake. Like I said, I've never grown this plant before. I don't really know how it behaves. So this is just for me to see how it works. And bonus, it goes to seed. I'll have more seeds to grow it again, right? So that's why this one is going to hang around. And then hopefully these other ones will actually grow properly, and I'll get to taste that good fruit and enjoy the leaves as well. All right. Thanks so much for watching my strawberry spinach update. Hope you all enjoy the rest of the day.